Welcome to another jam-packed, episodic, game-tastic, nerd edition of the Bacchanal Podcast. I am your host, Akil, joined by my co-host in the T-Dot, K to the C. But we're in purple. We finished watching the Xbox showcase. We have some thoughts. We're going to talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, what we want to see in the future. But first of all, how are you doing, Casey? How's life?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We came here to talk about one thing and one thing only. You know what I mean? That Xbox, baby. You know what I mean? That Xbox, baby. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this talk, man. Fuck my week. Let's talk about this Xbox, man. How you been? I'll be polite. How you been, Cubs?
Good, man. Been good.
Good.
I found out that, that
fuck all that Xbox, baby.
Still going. And I found out the new term. They said that you might not know this shit. It's called a sundown town. It means when the sun is down, your black ass need to be at home. I live in the sundown town.
Nah, don't let that shit. That shit.
I'm black. I'm about to camouflage in the darkness. I'm gonna be like Bane. I am the night. I am formed in the darkness.
Yeah, that's some strippiness, man. Don't even get caught up in that shit.
You ain't caught up in shit. They gonna find me outside at night, nigga.
So yeah, I can see Demetrius' smile from here, man. Let's get into this Xbox chat, man. They did their Xbox Experience 2020. E3's been canceled, so this whole put everything in a whole mess. But they came with something.
Let's start with the first game that's on everybody's mind. Let's do a share screen real quick.
Let's start with this first. I'm comparing this to Xbox's last presentation for their last console reveal. And this one was leaps and bounds way better than that. And they showed that they're communicating with the customer, the buyers of the games, that it's about games. So I was happy to see that they weren't saying any TV stuff, any type of stuff that has to do with things that we don't care about. They didn't spend no hour talking about no crap. They just got into the games.
Hey, but if Xbox integrated with Pornhub, that would have been an announcement.
Hey, that could come as an update.
That could come as an update, man. Hey.
I'm not saying no to all that techie stuff, but when it's an E3 season, that's like the Super Bowl time for video games. Like, come on, you gotta be showing what we want to invest in this fall. So they did that with this finally. They saw what PlayStation did, and they're like, you know what? Okay, y'all got 26 games. We got 27 games. How you feel? You know, so I enjoyed that a lot. You went blank, eh?
I know. I got too excited. And I got too excited, but I'm back.
So 27 games. They got 15 developers. I don't think we saw all 15. They're coming with more after, which I'm happy to hear them say. But they got 27 games that they came with for this conference. So let's talk about the first one. We'll show a share screen. You got that ready?
Yeah, I got that queued up. We're going to talk about Halo Infinite.
Yes.
Let's do... All right. So, Halo Infinite, it looks good graphically. I don't think it's like huge leaps and bounds graphically because it's also going to be on the Xbox One as well.
Yeah.
But what I've seen looks good. I like that they're doing a open world gameplay now. So it's going to be like Grand Theft Auto, Halo. And it looks like they swagged Jack Doom because I saw he had the like the grappling hook from Doom Eternal.
Yeah, I saw that too. With the graphics, there were a couple of hiccups I did see in it, and I saw a lot of people point out things on there too. But I don't have a problem too much with that because I know this is an early version of the game. So what we're seeing is not what it's going to be, obviously. But there are things that I wish that I saw in this as an evolution of a game, but I didn't see that. Like when he's running around, you can't even hear his footsteps. When he throws a grenade, you don't see the damage on the floor. The thing I loved about Halo 1 and 2 was the evolution of like throwing the grenade and them dodging out the grenade. Like that AI strategy, that intelligence was a lot more there. And they haven't evolved that from what I've seen in this small little demo. Like it's still like 15 guys or 3 guys, 5 guys shooting at you at once. And you're just like, okay, I'll pick you off. If they like evolve the strategy, they have enough database and frame rate and time, space in the game to be able to do that stuff now. I like this little homage to the first game. I remember in the first game when you come out, it has a ship fly by like that. So that's cool. It shows that they know what they're doing. They're taking from the original game. It looks like they're trying to restart this from part 1.
With the open world, I was kind of wanting like more of a drastic upgrade, like something like, you know, from Metal Gear 2 to Metal Gear 3, where you're eating
Yeah.
snakes and surviving outdoor. I'm like, how are they going to integrate the open world aspect to Halo? Because it just seems like you're just going to point A, point B.
Exactly.
Missions.
Yeah, and it just seems kind of like it feels like this is an Xbox like one game. Like it doesn't feel like it's a Series X game, to be honest with you. Like see when he's driving the tank, you notice how you see the rubble falling behind him?
Yeah.
Like, that stuff looks good. It looks nice and clean. When you're in the air, it looks super dope. But then when he gets on his feet, I noticed like it only has a couple of things where the interaction actually happens with the people. When you hit them with the bullets, they fly back. But other than that, nothing gets damaged on the floor. Nothing's really happening around them. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. It looks like Halo 5.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why it's like, like it looks great. But it's just those little, I'm being picky. You know what I mean? I'm just being picky, I guess. But I expected this is the next system. I want to see like those little things like when you see the snow falling in video games, or when you hit the leaves and you've seen the leaves falling. You know what I mean? Those little small little details. Like that was nice when he shot him in the hip and he was running up and you saw him actually brace that way. Like that's little details that this next console needs to have to really wow me for these next level.
Yeah, the warrant you paying for that upgrade, that has to be worth your while. And
because
from what I'm seeing right here, I'm just like, I think you get the Xbox One version of this.
Exactly, and pay the $14 a month, and you have this game, and it's just as fun. It's gonna look just like this, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, this looks beautiful right here, where you can see the horizon and everything like that.
There's more detail in his hand. I see that the detail
with his hand.
With his hand
look at
and
the back.
With the gun.
People were complaining about the back part, how there's a little bit of pop in there, but this is a very early version of the game. There are like people online were complaining about popping in the back, but I'm not even gonna. That's being over picky. Like, come on. I'm sure if we overanalyze PlayStation, we would have seen a lot of problems in their games. But I will say, like, not to compare, but Ratchet and Clank, that's a game that I had no interest in whatsoever. But when I saw that in their presentation, I was like, this looks
looked clean.
This looks like another level. Yeah, it looked like another level, and that's like a cartoony game, you know, like. So like this looks cool, but man, I don't know. I didn't see, like, the only thing I saw that like evolved it was like the grappling hook. The bad guys don't seem any smarter. They just seem like they're standing there waiting to get shot over.
Let me stop the.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, okay, if I get an Xbox, I'm definitely getting a Halo still. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't like it gave me that feeling like, oh shit, here we go. But when I was watching the gameplay, I was like, this just looks like Halo. You know what I mean? Like it
for me, the winner of this show was Game Pass. If you weren't sold on Game Pass, I felt like this sold you.
You're just not into it.
Because every game was available on Game Pass for $14 a month. Like, you can't beat that.
Now, that's the thing that entices me, but at the same time scares me, because Game Pass is like the philosophy of the game will change. Like, PlayStation's philosophy is like, we're going to give you the game $60, you bought it, and it's a beginning, middle, and end game for $60. And then you could get the DLC if you want and all that type of stuff. With Game Pass now, it introduces a whole new model where it's $15 a month. Now, the games are going to change, and Halo is the example of that, because if you're paying $15, they're going to be dropping little content like drips every month or every season that you might have to buy more for. Or do you get what I'm saying? It changes the whole philosophy of the way that the game is done, because it's infinite. They're trying to do this thing for a 10-year, 20-year plan.
I look at Game Pass as the Netflix of Microsoft.
Exactly.
Where you might have good content, you might have bad content, but you have such a big catalog of games, it's going to keep you busy for a while.
I think Game Pass will definitely help the indie market. Those games that you probably wouldn't buy, but you see it there. Do you know how like Rocket League or those smaller types of games, yeah, like there's different games like Towerfall and stuff like that. Like that I never would have bought probably, but I saw it there, so I was like, okay, I'll grab it for free.
But on the flip side, though, Casey,
that's where it helps. You know what I mean? But
it'll hurt the physical sell for games like Gears of War 5. I remember they were impacted physically by Game Pass because people were just getting Game Pass.
That's why I'm skeptical about it, but I'm glad it's an evolution. It's where things have to go, because look at music streaming, movie streaming. It's something that all these systems should have. So like PlayStation should have an answer for this, and streaming their games the way that they want to do with the older games. I'm I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, nobody's doing PS Now. Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah, with the lag and all that, I don't know, man. And yeah, so I do like what Game Pass is. I love it, and I wish every console like said, you know what, we gotta have this, we gotta do this too. But it scares me for what's gonna come for games like a Halo Infinite, because Halo's like the for PlayStation, like, you know how you got like Killzone and those types of games.
Yeah, it's the mascot for Xbox.
Yeah, so like they put, remember at PlayStation, they put those things that you don't want to be doing with the controller, where you have to do it to move stuff and to walk, to balance, you got to use the controller. It's all these extra things they throw in. Halo's that thing that they're gonna do introduce all the philosophies in to get people into it. So with the $15 a month, I have a feeling they're gonna be like, you're gonna get like, this is just a preview of the game, and then you got next season coming next season. You know what I mean?
But you can just buy the full game and still have to buy DLC, even if you have a Game Pass.
I just want to see what's gonna happen. I got to see what's gonna happen. But this doesn't entice me to get a new Xbox system. It actually honestly entices me to get the one that's out right now at the cheap, play all those old Xbox games I missed out on, and play these new ones that were in this conference, because for $15 a month. You know what I'm saying? I get the system at the cheap.
So let's go down some of the games that they showed. They showed State of Decay 3, which I thought it looked good, but again, it was just a cinematic. They didn't show us any actual gameplay. Of course, we got in there Forza, more sport game on the way.
Yeah. They answered for Gran Turismo. They were like, y'all got Gran Turismo? You know we got this, right? You know what I mean?
There's one that caught my attention. It was called Everwild.
That looked great.
I like the artistic style of that. I'm going to see if I can find a trailer for that.
I didn't understand what it is. I don't understand what it is. But I was like, yo, it's rare. I know they have to have something. They have to have something dope. But it looked interesting. You know what I mean?
And for people who don't know, Rare is the company that brought us Donkey Kong.
Yes.
That Microsoft went and they bought them. And they haven't really gave us anything that's like rare quality.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm not in the ecosystem of Xbox. I haven't been in it for a minute. So I don't know what they did with Xbox. You know,
Killer Instinct, that's what they did.
Okay. Why didn't they bring back Killer Instinct? What the hell?
So let's
look at share screen going for the podcast listeners. I'll try to describe what we're seeing. All right, so I like the Rare logo. That logo looked dope, man. Dope. That intro.
So we're watching the trailer. We're no sound because we ain't trying to get copywritten.
Yeah, man. But don't play.
But graphically, I think it looks great. Graphically, it looks like it's I'm not sure if that's.
It's a cool art style. It's a nice like painted look to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say cell shaded, but it's not really cell shaded. It's kind of.
It looks like a painting.
Acrylic painting. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the look.
I see black people, so I'm sold.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, they were like, okay, PlayStation got this type of stuff. We got artsy stuff too, man. We got culture, you know. We got the gaming culture stuff, you know.
We drink with our pinky up over here at Microsoft. So
this
that looks interesting.
Me though, but I don't know what this game is like. What am I doing?
It looks like
controlling
Avatar.
Animals, like.
It looks like the Aang and the Last Airbender.
Yeah, so we're
creatures
seeing
like that.
Water, somebody floating in the water, controlling animals. So I don't know if this is like a Xbox version of Pokemon or what. That's what it looked like to me at first. I was like, okay, you go get these giant animals and you make them fight. What are you doing here?
We're gonna enslave these animals.
Throwing up fishes, like you know what I mean? Like, just looks confusing. That's a problem I had with this conference, to be honest, man. Like a lot of these were not.
It felt disjointed.
No, but a lot of these were trailers. They were trailers
and not gameplay.
No gameplay.
Yeah,
and it has no
trailer.
And 95% of these were TBA, to be announced, which is like, come on, man. Like, I need to know what's coming out at least 2021. At least lie to me. Tell me lies. Like, you know what I mean? If you want me to be invested.
It's just like in development. That's all it's saying.
Yeah. We got a video done. Here's the ideas and concepts we have. Like, what is this game? It looks beautiful, though. It looks beautiful. It got my interest, but I don't even know if it's an adventure game. I don't know if it's a fighting game. I don't know if it's a Pokemon Xbox version of Pokemon. I don't know what that is. You know what I mean?
They made a big deal of the new Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
That looks great.
They're like, yo, if you want 120 frames, pay that extra money and get on Series X. I'm just like,
drop $700 on a console.
I was like, I could deal with the lack of frames and just get it on the Xbox One.
Yeah. Like I could drop a bill and get the Xbox One and pay $15 a month and I'm happy. And there's so many games on that system I didn't play. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So it's like, they didn't entice me to want to buy the new system. They enticed me to get the $15 a month with the old system and be happy till 2022 when the newer system's a little older or they come up with the pro version. You know what I'm saying?
There was another game as Dust Falls that they showed the trailer for, and it kind of had like it reminded
as the dust settles, eh?
As the dust, I know they got us.
It's a segment right there.
It reminded me of the Walking Dead series that we got from Telltale.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a quick share screen. This is from IGN. Again, no sound because y'all ain't about to hit me. Now,
yes, I remember this one.
Look at this art style. Doesn't it remind you of the Walking Dead series? Because that girl looks like Clementine. They know what they're doing. Yeah. They're like, we got a young biracial girl who looks like Clementine. Don't know what's going on. It looks like it's a story-driven, kind of like choose your own adventure game. I like those kind of games. I know that's not for everybody.
No, but what I like about this conference is that they showed the same way what I liked from PlayStations. They showed that they have different types of games. Like they don't have just the $60 AAA games that they're showing here. They're showing that they have the indie type games. They have the adventure games. They have all different styles of games. So if you see at least 3 to 4 or 5 games in this thing, you'll be a happy camper when you buy this system. But they didn't have the release dates for some of these. So it was like, and some of them come out in August. Like some of them are a Xbox One game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but a title like this to me is good on Game Pass because you look at this, you're like, this is interesting. I'm not sure if I want to invest, $30, $50 into the game, but I have $15 and I could try it out while I'm on Game Pass. That's to me, Game Pass, like you said, it's going to really help these indie developers get their name out there.
Yeah, but at the same time, it might hurt because they're not making that full bank. How exactly does Game Pass work for me and the other listeners who may not know?
You
kind of explain that?
It's like Netflix. You pay your $14 and then you have a big catalog of games that you can access. You pick what game you want to play, then it downloads the game onto your hard drive.
And does it stay there for the entirety of the time that you have the monthly payment?
Yeah, it
or is it like
there
you can only play it for a month?
No, how it works is like as long as you have Game Pass, you can access that game. So what it does is you try to click on the game, it'll go out to the internet, it'll authenticate and say, hey, this person paid their membership, go ahead and let them play, and then the game will work.
Okay, so that's pretty good. I like that. As a consumer, that's what we need. We need that option. You know what I'm saying?
Until somebody hacks it and then has it like authenticate anyways. Like, yeah, he good.
Ski mask is coming. Yeah, exactly. Ski mask is coming. But yeah, we need that. But that's gonna hurt the physical $60 game sales, though, right? Like you said with Gears.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt because that hurt the sales for Gears of War 5 physical sales. Mm-hmm. But they make their money also off of DLC and the downloadable content. But if it's an indie game that doesn't have DLC or a multiplayer aspect to it, I don't really know how they're going to make their money besides the point of, like, if the game is so dope, it comes to Nintendo Switch, then I could see them, like, making more money. But I don't know, with like Xbox, like Cuphead.
Cuphead was considered a success, and it was on Game Pass, right? Am I correct?
Yep, and Xbox has a good relationship with Nintendo right now.
Yeah.
So who knows? A lot of these indie games you can see probably get ported over to the Nintendo Switch. But
do you feel that they're kind of cannibalizing their physical system by doing Game Pass, or no? Am I just...
I've seen some people say, hey, I might just go all digital with the Xbox. And if you're a casual gamer and you just have like just Halo, and then Game Pass, I can see that. But if you're like a hardcore gamer, because those game files take up a lot of space on Xbox. They take up more space on Xbox than they do on PS4 for some reason.
Yeah.
I noticed that with my Xbox. I was like, holy shit.
Okay.
So being a digital gamer, that could be expensive after a while because you only have a limited amount of space in your actual console, but you can also connect external drives to it. So you could get like a cheap 2, 3, 5 terabytes and just have your games on that.
Yeah, I like the way that you could have the controller from your Xbox One and just connect that to your new Xbox. That's pretty dope.
Yep, and I have my Xbox One controllers still.
Yeah, and those controllers are one of the best on the market, in honest opinion. So
batteries not included.
Gotcha,
bitches. Another game on my radar was Psychonauts 2. That shit.
Never played Psychonauts 1.
Let's watch the.
Looked all right.
We'll watch some gameplay. I thought the trippiness of the let's show some gameplay. The actual gameplay. I liked how it looked. It looked like an upgrade, but it didn't look too upgraded. It looked like it was just the right amount of like, all right, we're gonna do some cell shading, but we're gonna make it look clean cell shading.
It looks like it could be on like Nintendo Switch, man.
Nah, let me show you when it's in motion.
This is like a video we're watching. This isn't even gameplay, is it?
All right, here's the gameplay now. Because when I saw the actual gameplay with the trippiness, I was
this
like, okay,
this versus Ratchet and Clank.
No, Ratchet and Clank looks
yeah, better. Man. Like, I'm not even a graphics guy like that, but this is the next system. Like, come on, man.
I think that looks clean.
Like Mario 64.
Man,
this is Banjo and Kazooie.
I think it looks clean.
Nah, it looks all right. It doesn't look no next gen.
You right. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man. Come on. Like, this, you could play this on your console you have right now that you gotta like actually take a shovel to get the dust off.
This could probably run on the Xbox 360.
Yes. It looks fun though. It looks like a fun game.
Yes,
it looks fun. I'm not gonna knock it like that.
They have Jack Black.
I'm gonna keep it funky.
Singing his heart out on the trailer. So I'm gonna get it eventually. I don't think it's.
You'll get it on Game Pass, but would you go buy this like for $50?
No.
Yeah, I would get it on. I'll play it on Game Pass for sure. Give it a try. That's where they're doing good. That Game Pass, man. It's like, why not? I'm already paying for it.
My favorite game of the showing was Medium.
Medium was probably the best one I saw too. I agree with that.
I liked how they basically have two worlds running at the same time simultaneously. Was that an exclusive or is it just a launch?
I believe it's I think it's a timed exclusive.
Because you never know. That's how they get you. You're like, oh shit. And they made a big deal about Destiny 2 coming to Xbox Series X, and I'm just like, who cares?
All the DLC. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. Halo's looking kind of like Destiny, so. But it's all the stuff. You don't have to buy the new game. It's just going to be there ready.
Who cares, though?
But, they sell the game for $60, so it's on Game Pass. That's all.
I don't care. Like,
you just don't like the game no more. Yeah.
I haven't for a long time. Just like
that's a good thing because that's coming out this fall, so that'll be another game to play. But Halo is there to overshadow it. Yeah. No, I feel you.
All right, so this is Medium.
Yeah.
This is the game where two worlds are running at the same time. So you basically have the real world and the dark. I want to fast forward to the gameplay.
Limited time console exclusive.
That's what it says?
Yeah. Oh, and it doesn't have a release date. It's to be announced. So it could be coming out 2021.
So I don't even need to get an Xbox then.
It's not even coming out this year. They don't even know.
Ain't that a bitch? Yeah. That's how they
get
you.
It did show some game.
I lost you, Casey.
Me?
Are you back?
I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, you froze there for a second.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, this is just a limited time exclusive. I say play the waiting game. She looks like a generic Lara Croft, so I'm gonna play her on the PlayStation.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a control level game, like a AA type of game. You know what I mean? Like not AAA.
Yeah.
But it looks great. It looks fun. That looks dope. Like seeing the two different sides of the whole thing and being able to. It's like a puzzle game kind of. That's what it looks like. It looks like you got to jump through one area to get through the map and then jump back into the real world.
Two worlds rendering simultaneously. I think that's dope.
So horror title Medium's newest trailer promises a unique and horrifying experience where you live in two realities at once to confront horrors. So it looks all right. I'm mad at it. I'll definitely check this one out.
We don't have Silent Hill right now, so this is the closest thing we have to Silent Hill.
A game that surprised me was the Gunk.
Yeah, Gunk looked all right, which was
man. It didn't look crap. It looked okay. It didn't look bad. It looked like actually this might be a fun game. Let me see if it's an exclusive. The Gunk, limited time console exclusive too.
Well, ain't that something?
Yeah, and it's to be announced also, so it doesn't even have a date.
So what are we getting at launch? Halo?
To be announced. Yeah, Halo and Madden.
because I'm just like with PlayStation, I'm pretty sure we're not getting Horizon at launch. I think we're just going to get Ratchet and Clank.
The Horizon's supposed to be at launch.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was going to be Ratchet,
Spider-Man,
and Ratchet and Clank. I thought that was. Well, if that's
I gotta
the
go
case,
check. I don't have that on list right now. I don't want to say something wrong. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's coming out. That's supposed to be done already. That game.
Because I'm looking at coming to PlayStation in 2020. They confirm Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That's coming out on both.
Yeah. Deathloop,
have that.
Dirt 5, Fortnite, Godfall, Gods and Monsters, Jet, Madden,
that Godfall
2K,
game, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oddworld, which I do not care about, Quantum Error, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Vampires, The Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, Watch Dogs Legion. So Horizon is in the launch title.
All said though, like launch titles are usually not that great. They're more like demo reels to be like, look how good my console looks. You know what I mean? Yeah. To be honest with you. So the fact that we're getting games like these it's a pretty heavy list. Like people could say what they want to say, but if you go back in history and look at the other game launches that we've had, we didn't have like super like amazing games. It was still the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 transition where we got to play those older games on the newer system. So it felt like, holy crap, we have some really, really good games here. But previously we didn't have the best of best, like, console beginner titles. So this is pretty good, but I know what you're saying. Like just Halo as the one actually official Xbox game it's kind of tricky what they did. And that's not even a full game. It's just, it's coming out in chapters.
No.
But look what Final Fantasy VII did with chapters. They did an amazing job. So if they play that same type of game, I'm down for that. But if they do something where you're like, get into the good part finally, and then pay for the rest next month, or in DLC. Yeah, that'd be bad. I'd be mad with the Xbox one.
Look good. Did you see the reveal for that? Because Obsidian, am I wrong? But I think Microsoft acquired them.
Yes, I think you're right.
Okay, so does that mean all the DLCs for Outer Worlds, is that only going to Xbox or the DLC going to come to PlayStation as well?
I would hope that it comes to both because I know the people who created this game want to make as much money as possible.
Agreed.
But I could see Xbox saying we're putting money into this just to have it. But that's a dirty game that Xbox started and they're losing that game now. So they better forfeit from doing that type of holding things type of game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Because they did that with Mass Effect and that was bad. Now look at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mass Effect kind of fell off too. I'm going to show you the trailer of Avowed. The trailer looks good, but again, it's no gameplay. It gets you
this whole thing. That's why I'm happy that they showed games, but I got to give it a lower ranking because they didn't show no release dates. They didn't even lie. They didn't even say 2021.
Yeah, they're just like, we got shit coming, baby. Yeah. You're like, when? Just wait for it.
You go see, just give us that money, baby. Just give me the loot. Give me the loot. But it's coming though. Don't worry.
Which is good though. I'm glad that they're making games though. I'm glad.
Yeah, but
they didn't even have that last gen. So
if Skyrim comes out before this, it's a wrap for this.
But yeah,
this looks like Skyrim, man.
Because this to me is saying F you to Bethesda because they're not part of Bethesda anymore. And
that looks so nice.
They're we're gonna make our own Skyrim.
This is like Lord of the Rings, like directly pieces from Lord of the Rings.
See, I was hoping this was gameplay right here. I was like, yo, that's clean.
Me too. I was like, oh.
I was like, that's clean with the magic.
I was like, okay, what's that thing behind there? Let's see what's going on. Walk over. Let's see the HUD. Let's see what's going on.
Nope.
And then nope. They just turn it off.
Nothing, man.
Yeah, so yeah, I gotta I don't know, man. It's kind of problematic, this thing.
I'm just happy that they're making games. They're not just saying, hey, we have Forza, which they used to do. They're showing indies. They're showing some AAA games. They're showing some AA games. They're showing Tetris was trash. Okay, they showed.
I don't know why that was there. I was seeing that.
It's like, come on, man.
I was like, I have more fun with the one I got for free on my Switch. Like, what are we doing right here? Come on, guys. This should okay. Let's take a quick little pause. Because I want to know what are the things that you expected to see from Xbox's conference? Or what are the things that you would have implemented in there? But before that, let me just let you guys know that you could get at us at the Bacchanal Podcast, the Bacchanal Squad at gmail.com. That's the Bacchanal Squad at gmail.com. We're also on Instagram and Twitter at @the_Bacchanal. Facebook, you can talk to us, get in the chats. We're having a lot of conversations going on in there at the Bacchanal fan page. Bacchanal Podcast fan page, sorry. So yeah, let's get back into this. What are things that you would wanted to see implemented in this? Like big boy talk, don't matter the finance. You run Xbox, you have Xbox for the next 10 years. What are the things that you would have done in this conference to secure the bag from the customer?
I think they did a good job. They kept it close to the vest because for I want to say a decade now we've been asking for a Fable game, and they ended the conference with the Fable game. But I would have had that shit as a launch. I would have had that game as a launch title.
Yes, and I would have started.
And I would have showed gameplay. Oh, yeah, I would have started the conference with that because you're already expecting Halo. Yeah. I would have hit you with that Fable.
Yeah.
And showed gameplay, but they showed you a cinematic with that fairy getting eaten. And you're like, okay, but that's it. I wanted to show like some type of gameplay where you plant a seed and you come back 20 years and that seed grew into a tree. That's what you were expecting with the first Halo. Not Halo, with Fable, and now that we actually have the tech to do that, that's what should happen.
Yeah, like something that tells the customer that I know the culture and I also love the culture, and this is where I know what you want to see. Like this kind of just showed things. I played the first Fable, and this fairy and this frog had nothing to do with nothing I ever did in Fable. I was like, yo, I don't know what they did with Fable 2 or the next Fables after that. I don't remember seeing none of that. I remember my hair getting gray. I remember, trying to run some things in some towns and stuff like that.
I remember catching STDs and the towns.
I didn't see none of that. So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, if it was my money, and I would have started off with Fable, I would have showed a little bit of gameplay. I would have made sure that I'm not showing this thing unless I have that release date and it's launch. And you get that shit if you're paying $15 already. You're getting that day one. I would have put in the middle Halo gameplay the same way they did in the middle of this show, and then at the end, just one more thing. I would have showed a bunch of WB games.
Yep.
Batman, own WB. You know what I mean?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'd have been like, this is us now. It's coming to PlayStation still, but we have the full exclusive, or we own this thing. So all the things are coming first to us. With Game Pass, you're going to get exclusive content with it, with the different games. With Mortal Kombat, you don't got to buy the DLC no more. Each character is coming to you. You just get it.
With Game Pass, yep.
Yeah, $15 is taking care of that. You bought the game, you get the characters. It's an exclusive thing, exclusive partnership with WB, or this is hypotheticals, or we own it. So you know what? You can get the game first. A month later, 2 months later, PlayStation gets it. You know what I mean? I would have been.
You know what would really give people a nerd boner?
People would have been like,
Nah, Casey, I'm about to kill you with this one.
Yeah.
The screen goes black. Half-Life 3.
That would kill people. Yeah.
Microsoft exclusive. You're like, oh! And then they're like, wait, there's more. Left 4 Dead 3. Microsoft exclusive.
The way they're saying all these promises with no dates, it's like...
Because they're like, we have all these companies.
Might as well just start throwing shit out there.
But, because they got Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory's working on the Senua 2 or whatever. They barely show gameplay for that, and that's not even like a big game. That's like a AA game.
Yeah, man.
That I'm not even crazy about.
Like if they had like Ninja Gaiden remade, people would be like, oh shit. Imagine if they came with a new property where it's like, oh my god, this is like they took the Halo budget and they put it towards a brand new thing. Like that would have got me excited. But they didn't do any of that stuff for me. Like it came with stuff where I was like, this looks cool. It's a Netflix. Like if I have Netflix on it and it has a random show, I'll check this out. Why not? It had that feel to it. But this is their philosophy. It's not a PlayStation versus Xbox thing to me. This is a different, they're trying a different thing. Like how Nintendo's doing something different and it's working for them. Xbox is trying something different here, and PlayStation's doing something different. And
how do you feel about Crossfire X?
Crossfire X. Tell me about it. I don't remember.
I'm gonna pull up the trailer. We're gonna look at we're gonna watch that real quick. Because I thought they showed the campaign, and I thought it looked good, but it was just cinematics again. I'm just like, okay, like Call of Duty, but clean.
Yeah, for a game, it looked cool, but for a game like this, man, they can't be like anything like Halo or Call of Duty.
It looks like Crysis.
That I thought that was Splinter Cell when I saw that part right there.
That would have been dope if they brought back Splinter Cell.
That's what I thought this was. I was like, holy shit, they brought back Splinter Cell, or they bought out the property. Like, I don't see why they can't do partnerships with these with like Ubisoft or these guys and be
which
like,
they are. They have like a partnership with Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I'm just like, we get Assassin's Creed every year, though.
Like how Capcom and Street Fighter, like how they did that, and they got an exclusive just for PlayStation. I don't see why Xbox can't be like, yo, let's bring back Splinter Cell. Let's bring back this and that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Somebody calling to tell me that I'm right. Someone's calling to tell me I'm right.
I know. Somebody calling me right now.
Yeah, man. We do this live, man. So, you know.
Yep, I just muted the ring.
That's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, gameplay-wise, it looked like a fancy Call of Duty type of campaign. I know this game is mostly known for its multiplayer. I'm not in the PC ecosystem, as you say, so I'm not really familiar with that game. Or
this
Stalker
looks like it's
2.
a PC game. Stalker 2, I didn't even know what that was. I heard it's a big PC game, but I had no idea. But they should have communicated better. Like, they should have told us this big, like, get the guys who were making the game being like, this is a huge game on PC. We've been working on this for years. The popularity is here for this and that, yada, yada, yada. And we're so happy that we could actually bring it to the Xbox console for people to play and try and communicate that, so that we're like, oh shit, okay, this is what's popping on PC. All right, let's see this, and put part 1 out right now for free on Xbox One, so that people can get that momentum. And then, like, is that on there? You know what I'm saying? So that they could build hype for the new one. But they just dropped this thing, and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
They're pretty much all launching with the same games: Dirt 5, Assassin's Creed, and then you pick one exclusive that you like. Do you want Halo, or do you want Miles Morales and Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's pretty much where we're at right now. I think it's going to come down to price too.
That's another thing that I was hoping they were going to do, because this conference seemed like they were like, okay, you guys had 26 games, we got 27. You're just showing gameplay, we're just showing gameplay too. Like, they just bounced off of, like, when someone shows a jab, they throw a jab.
Yeah.
But what they should have done was do a little uppercut and be like, we're showing the back of the console. We're showing the back. This is what we have in the back. You could fit this and this. You can connect 8 controllers in one. Like those little things that people don't even think about. Like, oh shit, I could connect 8 controllers. Like, it pops. It helps pop the sale. So I think they should have, to help give this a little bit more momentum, they should have showed the back of the system, been like, this and this is what goes in. You could do 48 megabytes per second HDMI.
Or how you could change up memory and stuff like that.
Yeah, you don't need a proprietary thing. You could use this. You could slide in whatever you want. Like, just break it open. Show them break it open and show the fan. And they could have been like, see how big the fan is? Like, they could have clarified things. But they just left it. It's like,
you think showing the price would have been a bad move right now, or you think they're waiting for Sony before they show their price?
They both know that we're not going to like the price. I think, honestly, they're both like, all right, whatever they say it is, we'll go $50 cheaper. Like, that's what Xbox is doing. And I think if they go $50 cheaper, it'll be good for them. If they go $100 cheaper, that'll definitely be an amazing
$100 cheaper,
move.
they might get me first.
Yeah.
I'm getting
They'll get a lot of people
first.
But I'm
just like, whoever's cheaper at the moment, I'm getting.
Because it's an easy sale. It's like, this is the best console you could have to play the video game. And it's
hardware
cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah, hardware. And it's $100 cheaper than PlayStation. It doesn't have all the exclusives, but it's cheaper on Christmas Day. That one sold out anyways. The PlayStation sold out. We have a couple of Xboxes left, and it's $100 cheaper than that one. Parents are going to be like, my kid's going to be happy with this, man. You know what I mean? Like,
you give them an Xbox, and you give them a Game Pass, and they got 20 games, and they got
they'll be happy with that. They can trade it in later if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if Xbox comes like that, which I think that's what they're waiting to do.
They have the money. They have the capital to do it. Microsoft is a billion-dollar company.
What it honestly feels like is they're ready to take the L on this system and just get it in households so that they can get that streaming service going, so they can get that Xbox Game Pass popping.
Yep.
I think that's what they want to do. They just want to get this in people's house. If they go for the $4.99, $3.99 and up, they're I don't know, man, because I don't see a point to get in the system right now.
Because if I see Sony coming out $4.99
and this is
$3.99 and $3.99 for the one without the player, without the 4K player, I could see them be like, yeah, going down $50, $75 even.
Yeah,
I think 50 to 75. I don't think a whole 100.
No, I don't think a whole 100 would happen.
I think 50 to 75.
I could see them just being like, yo, you can get a free $50 game or something. You know, like they'll throw something in there. They'll be like, the system's the same price. They'll be like, yo, take a free controller. You know what I mean? Like here's a credit, and you just show this, and they beep it, and you get a controller with a next controller with it. I could see them doing something like that. Like
and the fact that you could upscale all your old games. So if you just now buy an Xbox,
that's all sales pitches.
And you haven't played Gears of War 5, you could play an upscale version with a higher frame rate. Man.
Yep, it's all about how they pitch that sale to the parent.
I think they did. I think Xbox did good. I'm giving them an A-.
I think versus their old conference, this is an A. I think versus PlayStation's, this is I give it a 7. Versus what I wanted to see from them, I don't need this new system. I could get the Xbox One and just pay the monthly fee. I'll buy yours. I'll give you $60 for your old Xbox. You know what I mean? Like,
I want to trade.
People are going to be trying to flip those. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be in that EB Games with the bag. That EB Games guy's going to be like, I'll give you $12.50. I'll walk right up beside him and be like, yo, I'll get you McDonald's combo. I'll give you $75. How you feel? And they'll be like, shit, this is the best I can get.
I got a cheeseburger,
$75. And I can run all those old Xbox games, all the ones I didn't get to play because I didn't have the system. You know what I mean? It's a win for me. That's how I feel. So, but for the conference, it was good. It was good. It was
good. I think it's good competition now. It's not like
and that's.
Well, let's be honest. Last gen, they were getting the shit blown out of them. Like
they were getting.
Nintendo came out there like, look, we don't even have good graphics, but we got these damn exclusives though.
And those games were
fun. Spread your cheeks, Xbox.
Yeah, they're getting their back blown out.
But those... They had to do a partnership with Nintendo. They were getting blown out so much.
That's to hold on to a shoulder to keep themselves up.
Let's work something out. My cheeks are bleeding.
PlayStation had those legs up. Those legs were up. Unfortunately, PlayStation had them. But I want to see that ping pong. As a consumer, I want the ping pong because, you know, for us, it's better for us. If PlayStation holds the reins and they skyrocket and run laps on Xbox, PlayStation's going to go right back to old PlayStation where they're like,
do some bullshit.
This controller is $150. $150 for a controller? Yeah, because it does an extra vibrate. You know, they'll jack up prices. They'll make things proprietary. They'll, nah. We need competition in this. Don't be no Xbox for life person, no PlayStation for life thing. Don't
no loyalty here,
bullshit.
Baby.
Yeah, we need that back and forth from these people because we get the best out of that. We reap the benefits of that. So
I'm making this a bold
statement.
Want it to be great. Whoever's cheapest, I'm buying first.
I'm going. You know where I'm going already.
I know you're going PlayStation. I can wait a year.
PlayStation.
I can wait a year. I can wait a year for either or.
Me too. Don't get me wrong. I don't have to get this launch day. I can wait a year for both these systems too.
Wait a year for you.
We're grown ass men. Yeah.
I have the money, but I'm still ready.
I can wait till next Christmas. Yeah, exactly. I can wait till next Christmas for sure. My PlayStation 4 still works. My PS3 still works. You know what I mean?
Yep, y'all heard it live. I'm getting whoever's cheapest.
Yep. And I'm getting the PlayStation. I do not have to get it right away.
All right, I think that concludes this episode. This is not really game talk, but Logic's album came out, and I thought he did a pretty good job.
Well, a little bit of game talk in that album. I liked the introduction with Snake. Solid Snake talking. That was dope. When I heard it this morning, I had to drop it in our chat. Like, yo, listen to the album. That was pretty hard. I was surprised. That shocked me. I was like, this is dope. He really loves video games and all. And he plays. You hear it in the music.
He's gonna be on Twitch now. So
the album was solid. How do you feel about him retiring?
He ain't retiring. The thing is, you can't really tour right now, so Twitch is the move.
You're taking my whole thing. That's why I can't tell you nothing before the pod, man.
It's a good move.
Yeah. There's no money. There's no money for artists right now in the touring world. It's gone. It's run. It's done. So him doing this retirement and going to Twitch is genius because he's still gonna make $5, $10 off people. He could do, I've been writing this song. Like artists like Jim Lee, they do drawing things. But like, I'll draw you a picture if you want, and people get $5, $10, and he draws exclusive pictures. Logic could be on there like, I got a couple bars. Who wants 4 bars? He'll be like, oh shit, I want 4 bars. Like, all right, cool. While he's playing the video game, he just spits a quick little freestyle, and people are going crazy. Like, it's a great move for an artist, and it's where these artists should be moving to Twitch.
And he'll probably get free game consoles out of it. That shit's a win. He said he wants to be happy.
Gaming chairs.
Yeah,
These guys
More power
are getting
to
free
you.
chairs. Yeah, man. No, it's genius. More of these rap artists got to be doing that. I saw that football player with the blonde hair. He was doing some Twitch stuff. Quavo.
Who's that?
The Migos were on there too.
Yeah, Migos are on there.
Yeah, so it's a smart move, man. And they're getting direct, like people get direct money. You don't gotta go like, oh, Universal, can you loan me some money, please? You know, you just sign your name up. Hi, I'm Quavo. Everyone's like, oh shit, Quavo's on Twitch. Million people following you right there. Sponsorships.
I can see Hove on Twitch confused and not knowing how to play the game.
Yeah, he's like,
and then asking Beyonce how to play. What button I hit?
Yeah. The old guys, I don't know. Like Joe Budden podcast. Joe Budden was like, yo, this guy's quitting. Good. He saw it like, oh, he's done. Like he's finished. So I'm like, nah,
bro. You don't understand.
This is just the beginning.
It's an evolution.
Yeah, and Joe Budden's usually ahead of the curve with all this technology and entertainment stuff. So I was shocked to hear him like, kind of like, he's done.
No, Twitch is the move. Even Double Toasted moved to Twitch.
I was saying that the Verses should move to Twitch instead of Instagram because you get a better bandwidth with instead of this. Yeah, it's like the phone struggles. I got to put it on like my laptop and then I Bluetooth it on the big TV. But like, yeah, man, if it was on Twitch, I could just play it off my phone, play it anywhere, and the bandwidth is full quality. But the album, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I'm gonna listen to it again. I listened straight through, and I was like, oh shit, it's done. So that's a good sign. You know what I mean?
Yep, 15 tracks and those easy breezy.
Yeah, man, it's a good album. He always puts out quality raps. His
last two albums are trash, man.
Exactly. Those last two. I don't know. He's going through some stuff. I don't know. But now he's a dad. He's seeing life different, I guess. And he's talking about all this.
All it took was him getting divorced. So maybe if Kanye gets divorced,
oh Lord, we
music's gonna be fire.
The next one, man.
Next episode, Kanye West.
Yeah, Kanye's getting a talk. I don't even like saying his name. You know that.
It's like Candyman.
Like saying his name, yeah.
He's
like, too many times.
He's like, you Ray?
Crazy. Yeah, shit. But yeah, I guess that's it, man. We'll talk about that on the next episode.
All right, y'all. This is another episode of the Bacchanal Podcast. Let us know if we ain't shit. Let us know if you agree with us. Hit us up again on the Bacchanal Podcast on Instagram.com. Send us an email, thebacchanalsquad@gmail.com. And of course, we're on Facebook, The Bacchanal Fan Page. This is Akil with K to the C. Bacchanal Podcast, y'all. Peace.